let's talk personal branding and content.
Let's do it.
One of the biggest shifts for me I found in business is content.
Yeah.
DMs, personal branding.
Yeah.
There was a really interesting stat I wanted to read, which was 79% of candidates are now investigating a company's culture on social media before they can think about applying.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably way more looking at people that they're interviewing with and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the trend I'm seeing. How does that, like, for you relate to recruiting?
I've got a saying that the Rolodex is dead and recruitment is a marketing job, which is quite a bold statement. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you're not serving out content online about your business, about your culture, about your leadership, you're not going to attract the best talent to your business. So I've got such a strong feeling of it. I built a whole business around it. Chapter 2, that is one of the main fundamentals of what we do is create content to attract candidates to work for our clients, and it works really, really well. That stat, 79%. 5 years ago, that was 72%. I went out with the same stat. 79% of these candidates will loiter not only around your company's profile, but also your hiring manager's profile. Yeah. And this is why I think it's so important that personal brands or employer brands and personal brands connect together. Because when a candidate applies for a job, they're going to look at the career site. But let's be honest, the career site is going to be vanilla most of the time. They're going to look at the LinkedIn profile, the person they are being interviewed with. That's got to be the first impression. And we encourage all leadership teams that we work with to do a real review of their LinkedIn profile, the content they engage with, the content that they post, because that's a window into that company's culture and world. Yeah. And you've got to be inspiring.
100%. If you jump, it's interesting because if you go on LinkedIn and you jump on a company LinkedIn profile and then the CEO's profile, like Gary Vee, good example, right?
Yeah, classic.
Go on Gary Vee's profile. He has way more followers on his personal profile than he does on his company profile. And I said it's genuinely true. And also, the old adage of like people want to work with good people, right? You want to work with people you like, you trust. People leave people, not companies. All of that stuff. And that mirrors it, I think, on social as well. Like people want to see like who you are, what you're doing, are you contributing, stuff that's super powerful. Yeah,
it's really powerful.
Yeah,
I think. I've seen it personally with Stephen Bartlett, right? He puts a post out saying he's hiring 52,000.
But his company LinkedIn profile has probably way less followers.
So much less, yeah.
Because it's like him.
Yeah, exactly.
The point is like you want to work with him.
Yeah.
You see him contributing, you see him having conversations and so forth.
And his team as well. You look at his team, all of his team have probably got more followers than the Flight Story brand has got. I guarantee you Flight Story's still got a lot of followers, but it pales into insignificance when you look at the individual's profiles, because when you look at the individual's profiles of a business, you get to see different angles. So you'll look at let's take Stephen as an example. You'll look at Stephen's profile and you'll see one angle, a leadership angle, a visionary angle, a strategic angle. But then you might see one of their employees talking about building an AI agent for marketing services, and you'll see a bit more boots on the ground, roots of the business, and candidates will be interested in seeing that because they know that's going to be the day-to-day of what they're going to be working in, who they're going to be working with. And if you can put that and put your team's culture out there, your teams put their personal brands and profiles to amplify the culture, people are going to get a more authentic view of what it's like to work at your business.
It's hard though because so many companies have been so manicured, haven't they, with it? They've been protective of their brand and all of that stuff, and it's been quite hard, I think, for a lot to let go. But if you jump on like an Instagram, whatever, LinkedIn, and you type a brand in, a big brand like, I don't know, Chanel, Ferrari, whatever, there's millions and millions of posts from people that don't work there. That is affecting their brand in one way or another. So I think almost that is like, it's kind of gone now. It's like, I think, to your point, you have to empower, encourage, whatever the right word is for your leadership team, hiring managers.
We do. We actually have a program. So part of our business is building in-house talent teams, and the other part is purely dedicated to creating content for clients to attract talent.
Right.
And we have a training syllabus that goes into companies and trains them on rocking their profile. And I've hired people from LinkedIn who understand the algorithms, understand how to do it, understand what formats resonate, and train our clients on it.
Problem is actually doing it.
Yeah, not all.
Like, the actual...
So getting them to do it or actually executing it?
Executing.
But you know what? Executing it is so
Some
simple
people
now with iPhones.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can just
User-generated content.
take a little selfie, do a video. It doesn't have to be manicured. It doesn't have to be in the studio.
No, exactly. In fact, it's more authentic if it's not.
Way more authentic.
You know?
Yeah. But there's still this thing of like, most people, I'd say most, but they just don't like to put themselves out there. They keep working like personal life private. It's fine. Obviously not talking about just you haven't got to post all of your kids' photos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But just, I don't know what it is, this thing of like sharing your point of view. People are so guarded a little bit about their point of view, but when you do it, it's so powerful. If I check you out on LinkedIn and you check me out, we're sharing our views.
Yep.
You know what I think about certain topics.
Yep.
And that's me.
Yep.
And you like it or you don't. But a lot of people are just not comfortable with that.
And there are two reasons, or a few reasons generally for that. So some people are not as outgoing. I'm definitely outgoing and put everything out there. Other people don't see it as a real benefit and need educating.
Yeah.
Some are just too shy. And I think you can't force it with these things.
Yeah.
So the number of businesses that we've gone into and we've built in-house talent teams for, where we can sense the room very quickly, the ones that are the adopters and the ones that are not going to adopt this and not going to do it. Our rule is we don't force it, because if you force it, it'll be crap anyway.
Yeah.
So as much as you can lead a horse to water, as the saying goes, you can't make a drink.
Yeah. The interesting thing though is that it's just good for your own career.
It is.
So, we've talked about obviously the company and attracting talent and hiring and stuff. But if you do it as an individual, it's like long-term investing for me.
Yep, I agreed.
You apply for a new job, people are seeing you, get found more, you contribute to the conversation, all of those kinds of things.
One of the things I think that's a very good point, because when you look at it from the candidate's perspective, I've had a number of candidates contact me saying that they want to apply for a certain job that we're advertising with our business or within one of our clients' businesses. And the first piece of advice I give them is to start engaging with that business's content or the leadership team. Yeah. Because when they look at your profile, they're going to say, oh, look, they're engaging with us. They've been following us. They understand us. And that will be what I call a bit of a nudge theory to nudging them into that talent funnel.
And also most people, they're not getting loads of likes and comments on their content, right?
No.
So if someone's interviewing with you and they're liking and commenting your content, suddenly they pop an interview and you'll be like, oh
exactly.
God, this person's, you just feel... Yeah. It's a really good way to do it.
It is, yeah.